Hey everyone. So today it's January 13th, just almost around 2 a.m. And I just wanted to make a little update on my Eosmon deck. So I really noticed that the deck struggles against BlackWarGreymon, and I played it at a tournament 2 weeks ago. Last week I didn't go because I was busy, but I went again to the tournament today, technically yesterday, but I went there tonight. And I played against BlackWarGreymon, and and Crossheart, and I just knew that if I played against BlackWarGreymon, I would lose. It's really bad against BlackWarGreymon. So there are several things about the Eosmon deck that is bad against BlackWarGreymon. So since BlackWarGreymon is getting even more popular in BT11, it's going to be tough. The way that I originally made the Red Eosmon deck, so I decided to throw in Chaos Degradation and also Wyvern's Breath, which is kind of weird. Um, but these are the two options that have worked out, that actually work against BlackWarGreymon. Wyvern's Breath and Chaos Degradation. So I figured, you know what, let's do a deck that works with them. At first, I tried to keep the Gilmon line and then just switch the tamers around, just add in some new tamers, but it seemed clunky. I didn't really like it that much. Um, it may be better if Mireille comes out in BT11, so you can just swap out the mats for Mireille. But if I kept the deck in my Red Eosmon deck profile video, like the 14 rookies, the Eosmon, Manoa Bellucci, and then Matt, and then I have 10 extra cards to mess around with. So if I add in some tamers into those extra card slots, then I had to remove my other removal options, and I find that if I do that, then the deck is less consistent. So, it makes sense to remove Matt Ashita and then replace Matt with Mireille once Mireille comes out. But then again, Mireille's 5 costs. She costs too much just to play Chaos Degradation. So I figured, you know what? There has to be some in between where I don't have to um, get to lower the consistency of the Gilmon deck, but also to make an Eosmon deck that has a lot of draw power, but also has a yellow base, so then I can play Chaos Degradation. Because Matt Ashita's purple, so if I play a yellow base, then I should be good to Wyvern's Breath and Chaos Degradation a bunch of the time. So here's my idea that I just threw together in like 10 minutes. So it's not actually tested yet. I don't know how it's going to be, but I noticed that the Gilmon is good for drawing. But if you're playing against BlackWarGreymon and then your opponent has the level 4 Greymon that gives their stack blocker, then it just shuts down your deck. And if they have the MetalGreymon level 5 that allows them to attack your unsuspended Digimon, that also stops your whole deck. Because they have blocker, so you can't even rush them, which is what the deck is designed to do. And then they have the MetalGreymon, so even if you just play an Eosmon turn by turn by turn, they just get rid of your Eosmon. So you play it for 5 memory, then they get rid of it, and then the turn after you play another one for 5 memory, they get rid of that. So it's just horrible. It's just really bad playing against BlackWarGreymon. And because it has the protection from the Greymon and the MetalGreymon Ultras mode, I believe, then you can't even remove it with Fly Bullet or X Program. So it just makes sense that if there's so many BlackWarGreymon decks going around, and then BlackWarGreymon stops your deck because of blocker and the ability to attack over your unsuspended Digimon, then you should focus on making an Eosmon deck that can get rid of BlackWarGreymon. So this is kind of the direction that I'm going in. So because I'm replacing the Gilmon line, I want some extra draw power. So, and I want to keep it yellow if possible. So there's Cupidmon and there's Upamon, but they are situational draw. The Cupidmon is good if I have 5 or more security. So if I go first and then I attack turn 1 or turn 2, then, you know, it's going to be really easy for me to get that draw. But if I get the Cupidmon later, then I don't get the draw. Or vice versa, if I get Upamon too early, then I don't get the draw. So I'm looking for a consistent Digi-Egg that can draw that's also yellow. And I think that Pikmon's is the best yellow Digi-Egg for me. So it has an inheritable when attacking if this Digimon has Cross Heart, and its traits draw 1. So this is pretty good. It's yellow, so it allows me to play Wyvern's Breath and Chaos Degradation. So even if I don't Digivolve a Rookie on top of it, if I just keep it in my raising, I can use those yellow options. But, you know, it has a consistent draw 1 as long as I play, as long as I attack with a Cross Heart Digimon that has this as its inheritable. So all my rookies have Cross Heart in their traits, and they can all Digivolve from Pikmons. So this is good. Essentially, the color of the rookie does not matter that much because you can just Digivolve any of your rookies over Pikmons. But I do want to go heavier on the yellow rookies, so then that way I can still play Chaos Degradation and also Wyvern's Breath. There are not other yellow rookies that are currently released for yellow that have Cross Heart that can Digivolve over Cross Heart in their traits. So I'm going with Cutemon and Starmons. They do have low 1000 DP, so they will probably be deleted. They will always be deleted if they come into contact with a Digimon in your opponent's security, which is good because if you have a Mashita out, then you can almost guarantee that you will always get +1 memory after your attack. But it's also bad because they don't stay on the field. So if you want to use Wyvern's Breath or Chaos Degradation, then you should use it before you attack. But the low DP can be bad because they get deleted easily, but because you know that they will probably be deleted, you can kind of figure out what kind of plays you want to make, assuming that they are deleted, because you can almost count on getting the +1 memory with Mashita. But I also want to throw in a purple rookie too. So I want to throw in Ignitemon. So it Digivolves for 0 over Pikmons. When attacking by deleting one of your other Digimon, delete one of your opponent's unsuspended Digimon with a level less than or equal to the deleted Digimon's level. So this ability may or may not come in handy. You are playing a bunch of level 5 Eosmons, so you can delete Digimon level 5 or lower pretty easily by sacrificing one of your Eosmons. So it can situationally come up. But even if it doesn't, I'm playing this because this is a purple Digimon. So if I get this out early, like turn 1 or turn 2, Digivolve over Pikmons, then I can also play my Mist Memory Boost early. So this is also another additional purple source for me to play Mist Memory Boost. If not that, then I can still get the draw 1 from attacking with it over Pikmons. So it seems like a good addition to the deck, either to act as a purple source or to just, be another rookie for me to draw 1 from attacking with Pikmons. But, sometimes the effect can come in handy. This deck is not centered around the effect, but it's pretty nice to have. So that the effect is basically just a bonus. And then Dondokomon is kind of an interesting include because, again, there are not many cards that you can use that are rookies that have Cross Heart that can Digivolve over Cross Heart. So let's look at the list. So there's Dondokomon, Shoutmon, Starmons, Sparrowmon. Not released yet, but will be soon. But I don't like it because it Digivolves for 1 and it's 5 cost. This is also going to come out soon. But I like it because it's yellow and Digivolves for 0, and it's purple. So there's this 1000 DP red Shoutmon that's a vanilla, basically, because the undulation to save doesn't really do much for my deck. There's this one that is red and yellow, but it digivolves for 1, so I don't really like it that much. Technically, you can memory choke your opponent, but I don't think that it's great for my deck. After testing, I may decide that, sometimes the memory choke is good, so I might just get rid of the Dondokomon and put in 2 Shoutmon Star Swords. But right now, I think that these are the best rookies that I can use. I did also want to mention Sparamon. So Sparamon can potentially have plus 3000 DP, so it can be 5000 DP. So it can live through security checks more easily. But I like Dondokomon because it's just a constant 4000. Instead of possibly being 2000 or possibly being 5000, this is just a consistent 4000, so I like Dondokomon more. But after testing, I think if I were to change my rookie lineup, I might put in this Shoutmon plus Star Sword. But currently I like having a full playset of yellow, full playset of purple, then just some splash extra DP Crossheart rookie. This is still just a concept working. So I'm keeping pretty much my Eosmon count the same, Manoa Bellucci the same, Matashita the same. So this is similar to my Gilmon based video, where I had 4 purple Gilmons and 4 Matashitas. So, I have seen them come up pretty reliably. So I think that I can play Miss Memory Boost and also Chaos Degradation pretty easily. It may be possible that I might want to consider putting in a yellow tamer so that I can more easily play the options. But I think that should be fine currently. But I do like this. If anything, Dondokomon might be a splash. So I might remove some of the Dondokomons, put in a couple of yellow tamers. Or I might remove Miss Memory Boost and put in a couple of yellow tamers if I think that I don't have enough yellow sources out. But because Pikmons is the egg, if I don't have a rookie that's yellow and I want to use the option card, then I can at least try to get a Pikmons out. So this means that I can just use the option selectively. Either I get a yellow rookie, and oh yeah, everything's fine and good. I can still use the option, or if I don't get a yellow rookie and I want to use an option on the specific turn, then I just don't digivolve the egg, and I can just use the option then. So I don't think that I need the yellow tamer, but it might be handy to have. But I think that I like this build. The effect pretty much does nothing. This effect, you can possibly delete something by sacrificing one of your other Digimon. This is basically just a 4000 DP rookie beat stick. But yeah, I think that I am in favor of this yellow base Eosmon deck. So the Pikmons give draw power. So they just replace the Gilmon line. But they also give me the chance to use Chaos Degradation and also Wyvern's Wrath. Because I have been traumatized by BlackWarGreymon. So I realize how scary it actually is and how infuriating it is if you have several removal options in your hand, but they're useless against BlackWarGreymon because of its many protection effects. So I honestly think it's worth it to sacrifice a little bit of the extra effects from the Gilmon line, like the milling effect, the deleting 3000 DP or lower Digimon effect, or the extra draw 1 effect. I think that it's worth it to run these cards. So there is a little bit less draw power. Like the promo Gilmon gets you the extra +1 draw, and then the EX3 Gilmon has the deletion/milling effect. But I think that I honestly prefer this one more. You do get rid of as many red sources in favor of having yellow sources. So I took away Crimson Blaze. Also took away X Program. I kind of put X Program in the deck as a meme, but I took it out. I took away Schwartz Larasats. I took away Fly Bullet. This is better than Fly Bullet most of the time. You know, if you face a level 7, or if you face something with protection effects, or if you're playing against a deck with Decoy or Armor Purge, this is the card for you. Just gets by Armor Purge, gets by protection effects, gets by decoy effects. This is the card. I honestly think that it is worth it to change from red to yellow just to use this card. But, you know, because I am playing the Matashitas, and I'm playing yellow, and I was playing 8 removal options in my other deck, I just kept 8 removal options. So Wyvern's Breath and Chaos Degradation, I just changed. So basically, I just changed the options and the rookie line. But this is fundamentally the same deck as before. But I think that this is better just because it can counter the BlackWarGreymon. And honestly, the BlackWarGreymon has been the worst matchup I have ever played with this deck. The blocking effects, the attack any of your Digimon effects, the protection from your deletion effects. Like, it does so much. It's only going to get better in BT11. But here's my solution against BlackWarGreymon. I can't wait to test this deck out. I honestly think that this is pretty close to the final build that I will play for Eosmon in BT11. Because, you know, the yellow sources, the purple sources, the removal that just gets rid of BlackWarGreymon, gets rid of Armor Purge, BlackWarGreymon, etc. So yeah, I think that this is it. I did try out several other versions where I decreased some of the Eosmon count to put in the yellow tamers when I was still playing and testing out the Gilmon line, but just by putting in extra yellow tamers. And the consistency was horrible. If I went from 14 to 12 Eosmons, then I didn't get enough Eosmons in my hand. Or if I took away some option cards and then put in the tamers, but then kept the Eosmon count the same, then I was still able to get the Eosmon count, but I wasn't able to get the options when I needed it. So I think that this is close to the sweet spot. 14 rookies, a Digi-Egg that lets you draw every time you attack, 14 level 5 Eosmon, 4 level 6 Eosmon, 4 Manoa Bellucci, 4 Matashitas. So the Manoa Bellucci, you kind of really want to get her. You don't necessarily need to see all 4, but you just really want to get her early. So just having the 4 Manoa Belluccis will help you to get her early game when you really need her. The 4 Matashitas, you can actually depend on having multiple out at a time, because the more you have out, the more memory you can gain when one of your Digimon's deleted. And then this is, you know, self-explanatory. Remove a Digimon without actually deleting it. So bypass deletion effects that prevent deletion. This also bypasses effects that prevent deletion, because you are not deleting a Digimon. You are just reducing its DP down to hopefully 0. And because of rules processing, then because it has 0 DP, then it's deleted. But, you know, this is also an effect that can bypass protection. The Mist Memory Boost, kind of also a splash card, but I did like how it performed in my previous deck, so I'm keeping it in this deck for now. After testing, I'll see how it goes, but I think that this deck is solid, and it's going to help me against BlackWarGreymon. It addresses my issues. Just, I still have draw power, not as many powerful effects as before, but the draw power is still there. The Eosmon line is the same, Manoa Bellucci, Matt Ishida is the same. I still have 8 removal options. It's just that I changed what those are. So instead of X program going wide and being a bad Gaia Force, this is just a better removal for consistency than X program. I don't have any options that can remove something going wide, like what I had Crimson Blaze for before. I may consider putting in Flame Hell Scythe. It won't go wide, but it will be the option for me to use early game, so that I can remove something and hopefully play something from trash. So I am considering Flame Hell Scythe. But as of right now, I want to focus my efforts onto getting 8 removal option cards that can help me against BlackWarGreymon, because that deck is my worst matchup right now. So just having that will be very helpful. Because BT11 won't be out until next month, you won't have access to Cutemon nor Ignitemon until then. So, just fill the deck with whatever Crossheart card you want. Again, you don't have to go with the Crossheart engine. You can just go with Cupidmon/Upamon. But because I prefer the consistency to always getting card draw when I attack, then I just prefer the Pikmon as my Digiegg. But you can feel free to use Cupidmon/Upamon if you want. And if you do that, then you aren't limited to Crossheart cards. But because I like it, I'm sticking with it. There's also Tinkermon that you can on-play to give your opponent's Digimon security attack -1, I believe. And then there's a Tinkermon with an on deletion. And then you can give your opponent's Digimon a security attack -1. There's also the Kudamon. Yes. That if you have 4 or less cards in your hand when attacking, draw 1. So there are other yellow cards that you can play if you want to play a different yellow base. But just because I value draw power, I'm playing Pikmons. So yeah, this is kind of my own ideas for how I'm going to handle BlackWarGreymon going forward. I can mostly make this deck right now. I just do not have access to Cutemon or Ignitemon, but I can just easily throw in Sparrowmons or Shoutmons. But yeah, this is the idea that I'm going with. It's going to be just fully dedicated to removing BlackWarGreymon. So yeah, I will test this deck out, and I hope that it will be fun. And thanks for watching my video.